as Sanrong resumes in his new school in a faithful morning. Sanrong bumps into Xiaoyin. As Xiaoyin stumbles, Sanrong quickly reaches out to catch her. Their eyes meet. Sanrong's heartbeat quickens. Xiaoyin quickly walks away, while Sanrong watches, smiling slightly. Sanrong notices a keychain on the ground and picks it up. As Sanrong arrives his new class, the teacher introduces him to the class. The students greet him and welcomes him warmly. He sits beside Jishuan, a cold and distant boy. Sanrong greets Jishuan, but he responds indifferently. Sanrong glances out the window at Xiaoyin, deep in thought. After class, Sanrong is called to the office. The teacher mentions that Sanrong studied piano professionally and invites him to join the school band. Sanrong hesitates but says she'll think about it. He wanders around the school and ends up in front of the band club room. Despite the no entry sign, he pushes the door open out of curiosity. The room is dark. The light switch doesn't work. He stumbles over something and falls onto a couch. The lights suddenly turn on, as Xiaoyin jumps out of the couch and pushes him down. Xiaoyin asks, "Who are you?" "Piano major." While Sanrong, no. Sanrong tries to explain but stumbles over her words. Xiaoyin continues to ask, "Who are you?" Sanrong continues to stutter in anxiety and explains that he is a new student finding his way around. Xiaoyin realizes Sanrong is the new transfer student. Xiaoyin replies, "I see." Sanrong, "Huh." Xiaoyin, "I see." Sanrong remembers Xiaoyin and takes out the keychain and returns it to Xiaoyin. Xiaoyin remembers their earlier encounter. Xiaoyin offers to show Sanrong around the school. Jishuan sees them together, and his expression unreadable. That night, Sanrong lies in bed. Unable to sleep, he searches for Xiaoyin's social media account. He finds Xiaoyin's profile and likes all of her posts. The next morning, Sanrong sees Xiaoyin at the bus stop. He quickly turns away, pretending not to see her. Xiaoyin recognizes her immediately. Xiaoyin asks, "Want to sit together?" Sanrong hesitates but moves over. Xiaoyin asks again, "Have we met before?" Sanrong freezes, flustered. The bus arrives. Sanrong stands up immediately to escape. On the bus, Xiaoyin sends him a private message. Sanrong panics, realizing he has been exposed. Upon learning that Xiaoyin is the band's lead singer, Sanrong decides to join. The band club receives a notice about a new member. When Sanrong walks in, Xiaoyin looks surprised. Xiaoyin taunts, "I remember how you acted back then." Sanrong says, "Forget it." A friend notices their exchange and senses gossip. "What? Do you know him before?" Xiaoyin replies no. Xiaoyin explains that they just live in the same neighborhood. That night, they run into each other at the bus stop again. Xiaoyin asks, "Why did you join the band?" Sanrong, flustered, makes up an excuse. Before leaving, Xiaoyin asks for his contact info. Just as Sanrong takes Xiaoyin's phone, Jishuan calls. Jishuan invites everyone to hang out over the weekend. On the weekend, Sanrong steps out of her neighborhood. Xiaoyin suddenly runs up to him, unintelligible shouting. Sanrong turns around, nervous. He avoids eye contact with Xiaoyin. They keep blocking each other's way. Xiaoyin suddenly hugs her from behind. Xiaoyin says, "Hey, don't move." Xiaoyin continues, "I like you." Kanran in shock. "I like you too." They gaze at each other deeply, about to kiss. But suddenly, Sanrong says, "Wait, this can't be real." He wakes up. It was just a dream. After realizing it was just a dream, Sanrong walked out of his room in disappointment. He then noticed that Xiaoyin's door was slightly open. Out of curiosity, he peeked inside and saw Jishuan sitting by Xiaoyin's bed, looking quite intimate. Overcome with emotion, he suddenly shouted, "No!" Hearing the commotion, his best friend rushed over. In the ensuing conversation, Sanrong finally understood that Jishuan was only there to wake Xiaoyin up. Feeling embarrassed, he awkwardly tried to brush it off. During breakfast, Sanrong learned from her best friend that Xiaoyin's birthday was next week, and they were planning a surprise party for her. On the day of the party, while they were setting up, they realized Xiaoyin was about to arrive earlier than expected. To buy time, her friend asked Sanrong to stall her. However, as soon as he stepped out, he ran right into Xiaoyin. In a panic, Sanrong quickly tried to come up with an excuse but failed. Instead, he impulsively grabbed Xiaoyin's hand and ran, leading her to the track field where they ended up running 3,000 meters just to kill time. When Sanrong felt the birthday setting preparations were ready, he takes her back to the room. When it was time to exchange gifts, Sanrong was about to hand over his present when Jishuan beat him to it. He gave Xiaoyin a keychain, which made Sanrong hesitate. Seeing that, he discreetly put her own gift away and lied that he had forgotten to bring one. In reality, he had also prepared a keychain. That night, unable to sleep, Sanrong checked the time. It wasn't midnight yet. After some hesitation, he called Xiaoyin. Their conversation was awkward at first, with Sanrong struggling to find things to talk about. Just when he was racking her brain, Xiaoyin suddenly called her instead. Xiaoyin brought up the song Sanrong had played earlier, saying she really liked it. Upon learning that the song had no lyrics yet, she suggested that they write them together. This sparked a natural conversation between them, making time fly by. The next day, Jishuan and Sanrong's best friend walked to school together, gossiping about whether Sanrong and Xiaoyin were dating. Jishuan, overhearing them, felt uneasy. Then, just as they arrived, they saw Sanrong and Xiaoyin happily chatting, which made Jishuan's expression turn complicated. During band practice, Sanrong kept making mistakes, frustrating Jishuan, who was already in a bad mood. Unable to hold it in, he stormed off, leaving the atmosphere tense. The group disbanded in silence. Later, Xiaoyin, concerned about Jishuan's unusual behavior, asked if something was wrong. Feeling threatened by Sanrong's presence, Jishuan finally admitted that he had feelings for Xiaoyin and asked her to think carefully before giving him a response. Later, Jishuan apologized to the group. Since they were all close friends, they quickly made up. A few days later, Jishuan asked Xiaoyin again if she had made up her mind. Just then, Sanrong called, but Jishuan stopped Xiaoyin from answering. Meanwhile, Sanrong, realizing that Xiaoyin wasn't picking up, went to the club room to find her, only to see Jishuan holding Xiaoyin's hand. Shocked, he quietly turned and walked away, unaware that the next second, Xiaoyin had pulled her hand away from Jishuan. Having been rejected, Jishuan then met with Qingtai and lied, claiming that Xiaoyin had accepted her confession. She hoped this would make Sanrong back off. While when Sanrong recalled the scene he had witnessed at the club, he was heartbroken. That night, he wanted to message Xiaoyin for clarification but kept hesitating. The next day, the band received the news that Sanrong had quit. It seemed he had chosen to run away instead. Xiaoyin, hearing this, felt down. That day, she took the initiative to meet Sanrong and ask why he had left the band. However, Sanrong still couldn't bring herself to confess her feelings. Sanrong responded perfunctorily. Before leaving, he told Xiaoyin not to look for him again, as if they would never see each other. After that, Sanrong transferred schools and never contacted Xiaoyin again. 2 years passed. One day, while working part-time at a handicraft shop, Sanrong noticed Xiaoyin's name on the registration form. At first, he thought it was just someone with the same name. But then, a girl pushed open the door. The shop staff welcomes her. Xiaoyin says, I came for the design class. Seeing Xiaoyin again, Sanrong felt so nervous he couldn't form a proper sentence. But Xiaoyin, just like 2 years ago, acted as if nothing had happened. During class, she kept glancing at Sanrong. After class, she took the initiative to ask him out for a walk. They walked side by side, chatting about their lives. Before parting, Sanrong wanted to ask for her number but hesitated, feeling embarrassed. Sanrong says, I was going to tell you something, but I forgot. Shine immediately saw through his intentions and handed her phone over. Just as Sanrong finished entering his number, Shine received a call from Zixuan. After hanging up, Shine called Sanrong's number. Shine, hello. This is my number. I'll save yours. That evening, Sanrong saw Shine live streaming. He learned that Shine would be attending the handicraft class again on the weekend. Wanting to see her, he swapped shifts to be there. The weekend arrived. Sanrong sat in the shop eagerly waiting. Every time the door opened, he turned his head. He anxiously checked the time. The shop owner noticed everything. He made up an excuse about his phone overheating and ran to the entrance to look outside. Shine then finally arrives. Shine says, "I've already eaten. Did you eat?" Sanrong replies, huh. During class, the shop owner deliberately asked Sanrong to help demonstrate a technique, placing her right next to Shine. Sanrong even held Shine's hands to guide her through the process. Shine accidentally hit her hand with a hammer. Shine shouts, "Ah!" Sanrong panicked, her exaggerated reaction making the shop owner laugh. After class, Sanrong wanted to invite Shine to dinner, but Shine said she had plans that night. Sanrong looked disappointed. Sanrong then asks, "What about tomorrow?" That night, he nervously texted Shine, "If you're free tomorrow night, do you want to have dinner together?" Shine replied that she had plans but quickly added that she was free the next day. Sanrong immediately asked her out. The next day, he got ready early and left for their dinner. But on her way, she saw Shine acting close with another guy, Zixuan, the one who had lied about confessing successfully 2 years ago. He misunderstood their relationship. Thinking about what he had just seen, Sanrong felt conflicted. He had planned to confess, but now he wasn't sure anymore. After much hesitation, he finally texted Shine, canceling their meeting. Shine saw the message. A disappointed look appeared on her face. At that moment, Zixuan walked out of the recording studio. To thank her for helping with a recording, he invited her to dinner. At the restaurant, after a few drinks, Zixuan asked why she rejected his confession 2 years ago. He admitted that he still liked her. Shine replies, "I've always only seen you as a friend." Meanwhile, Sanrong went out drinking with her friends. They urged him to confess, but she was afraid that if he did, he might not even be able to stay friends with Shine. The fiends then advises, "Then don't run away this time." Sanrong fell into deep thought. The next day, while tidying his things, he found an old notebook. One Shine had left for him 2 years ago. Inside were song lyrics written just for her. Suddenly inspired, he went to the recording studio with her friends, determined to record the song. As he sang, lost in emotion, he had no idea Shine was standing right outside the door. When Sanrong finally came out, he saw Shine waiting for her. They went to a bar afterward. Sanrong asks, "How did you find me?" Shine replies, "Zixuan told me." Sanrong's expression faltered slightly. Sanrong asks, "Do you have someone you like?" Only then did she realize she had misunderstood everything all along. Shine replies, "Not yet," but she continues, "There is someone I like." Sanrong took out the keychain she had meant to give 2 years ago. Sanrong says, "I like you." Shine replies, "Actually, I've always liked you, Sanrong, and I really like you a lot." They both looking at each other in admiration. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe for more.